be able to go to right about here, and I think over about there. Now, Friday, we talked about adding and subtracting rational expressions. Did we write out the phrase that kind of goes with it? So we're going to find the least common denominator.
We just had the part about the least common denominator, I think. I don't think we had the actual phrase about adding.
So tell me what we did right, Connor, please.
We had one example and it was really big, and then
Was it a one with all of, with
yeah, it was
just
like
numbers?
35 plus 5 over 18 minus
Yeah,
1 over
so just
25.
numbers.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then we had the phrase to find the least common denominator. We factor each denominator completely and take one of each factor raised to its highest power.
Okay, good. So to find the least common denominator, we factor each denominator completely and take one of each factor raised to its highest power. Let's see that now. So how about we take something like 3 over x squared plus 12x plus 36 and add to that 4 over x squared minus 36. Now, at this stage, I would hope we could all say they don't have common denominators, do they? They're very different. There's some similarities there, but they're different, aren't they? Well, now, if we went with the basic model of saying, oh, well, heck, I can just take this guy's denominator and multiply it top by, now we're not going to do this, so don't write this down. But I can take that x squared minus 36 and multiply it top and bottom. And over here I can take this x squared plus 12x plus 36 and multiply it top and bottom. And then I would have a common, I'd have the same denominator, wouldn't I? They both are going to have the x squared minus 36 times that big trinomial. So then I could add them together because they'd have the same denominator. But then I got to turn around and simplify it. And when I get all this distributed plus all that distributed, then I've got a pretty big polynomial that I would then have to try and factor to see if I can simplify. And that can get really messy. So the idea is I don't want to just find any old common denominator. I want to find the least common denominator. So we're going to follow those instructions from Friday that said let's factor each denominator completely. Alrighty. Left-hand side, Miss Sabrina, what type of factoring am I going to use to factor that guy? Trinomial factoring. If trinomials factor is the product of what, Evan?
2 binomials.
2 binomials. Alright. And JT, you already got that in factor for me?
X plus 6 and x plus 6.
X plus 6 times x plus 6. Good. Huh. Turns out that was a special trinomial, wasn't it? What kind would we call that, Emily? Perfect square trinomial, right. Denominator on the right side, what kind of factoring there, Miss Kim?
Difference of squares.
Difference of squares, 2 binomial conjugates, x plus 6, x minus 6. Alright. Now, here's where you got to look at this. We got to understand that that left side over there, that can be written as 3 over x plus 6 quantity squared. Partly where I took the time to make sure you guys knew how to factor a perfect square trinomial and express it as a binomial squared. Just kind of setting the stage for stuff here. Alright, x plus 6, x minus 6. Okie dokie. We said to build the LCD, we factor each denominator completely. And if I remember what Connor told me correctly there was, then we take one of each factor raised to its highest power, right? So, I'm going to, and I want you guys to be able to do the same. On your homework paper, you're going to write, least common denominator is. We're going to write it off to the side. Alright, I need one of each factor from each denominator. So, I look over here and say, well, I'm gonna need an x plus 6. I better write that down. Then I look over here and I say, well, I'm gonna need an x plus 6, but oh, already got it. Then I say, I'm gonna need an x minus 6. Write that down. So now going back to that phrase that Connor repeated to me, I need one of each factor from each denominator. Do I have that? Okay. Raised to its highest power. Do I have that? Don't think so. What power was x minus 6 raised to over there in the factored form? X minus 6? I think it's only raised to the first, isn't it?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was getting there. I was getting there. And then the x plus 6, its high power was to the what?
Second.
Second.
Staff, this is an alert message. Begin severe weather safety area procedures. Refer to the universal procedure handout in
Around
your
the hallway,
emergency
take
bag
the textbook
for
with you,
additional
sit against the
information.
lockers, look over your head, ignore mine. You can be protected by captains. Out in the hallway, guys. No,
So if we put on lockdown,
not a lockdown.
change things up.
Oh, we gotta change to stop our recording. All right, pausing now.